Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. Blessed runs, they brought me back from the freaking brink, dude. The brink of what? I don't know, the brink of doing more Daisuke runs, but not necessarily having an amazing time. I'm telling you, hit me with a rainbow run. I am prepared. I am ready. Shall we? It's been a good week. It's been a good week, but first we got a draft. Okay. What do you take first? I don't remember this gun, but it looks great. Horrible. Yo, let me copy your homework, okay, but don't make it too obvious. Not that good. Not that good. Very, very good. Sign me up for the compressed air tank. Guaranteed flawless is coming right up. My parents have left. It's been honestly, it's been awesome having them here. For many reasons, you know, one of which is, you know, I don't see my parents that often. It's nice to see them. Another reason is, dude, I paid for like nothing this week. It was a great time. I don't know if my parents think that I am destitute, but I gotta, you know, my parents are cut from an older generation. You know, we go out for dinner. If I try to pick up the check, my dad will literally, I mean, he's not going to punch me in the face, but there will be, I wouldn't call it a scuffle necessarily. Maybe a scuffle's the right word for it. You know, he'll try to, you know, grab it out when I'm not looking, and then I'll have to, you know, wait till he goes to the bathroom and steal it from him, and, you know. I have a very simple rule. If somebody offers to pay for dinner, I go, nah, you can't, I can't let you do that. And then if they go, I insist, I go, well, you know what? They insisted. If they insisted, there's nothing I could do from that point onwards. That's it. Hold on. Okay, the water barrel's up there. Not a problem. I gotta tell you, just the existence. Please come this way. Oh, you son of a gun. Just the, I mean, compressed air tank might just work to get to the oubliette anyway. Let's hope it does. It does. Just the existence of compressed air tank has me thinking like this run's got every available opportunity for success. But now I'm back. I get a chance to actually get back into my routine. I can't remember if it was this or Isaac, but I was saying like it's like the least, right? It's a rainbow run. These weeks when like my parents are here, it's like the least work I do ever outside of being on vacation, or like that one time I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Oops. I mean, if you got your wisdom teeth taken out more than once, you gotta see well, I don't know, you gotta see like a priest. You don't have to see a dentist at that point. It probably went without saying is all I'm trying to say, but it feels, give me a little bit to get back into the groove here. I can feel it. I got video game rust. I've been living in meat space for too long, and now all my my preternatural video game skills that I've become very well known for, they're atrophying just a little bit. I noticed because I was playing some dang Mario Maker. I was doing endless Mario Maker on normal difficulty, and I was occasionally dying on levels. And the levels are like made by Austrian preteens, and they're just called like, you know, just hold right, lol. And then I would be like, oh, just hold right, huh? What do I do for this obstacle? And then I would jump, and I would be killed. I gotta get my Mario foo back. You know what's so I got a little phlegm in the throat. You know what's weird about, like, the hardest thing about getting used to Mario again is that remembering that as compared to most modern platformers, the run and jump buttons are reversed. It always takes me like a few days to get used to the fact, well, let's call it what it is, a few hours to get used to the fact that is not the way I expected. Okay, thank you. Why is it you're not getting sharked all that much? Do I need to charge it more? You're getting bitten. Is it only the final lethal hit that actually kills you? Like, if I'm leveling with you, I kind of thought this was the best boss killer in the game. It still did very well. I'm not denying that. I mean, okay, maybe we're just getting a little bit... Now that, you know, everything was provided for me this week, I'm like, it took me 21 bullets to kill the boss. That's a good point. That's pretty good. This is a solid performance. Hey, why don't you, come over? I don't know why I phrased it like that. Oh, I can't. I got homework. The boss is flawless. Skirt. Actually broke the... Oh, no! So I didn't know that could happen. I was just having a good time. I deserve that. So there's no real point in using the lockpick to open a chest, because all chests will be empty. We're kinda... I mean, the keys don't do much for us except oubliette and other room access, potentially. But that's fine. We definitely need another key. I was thinking, you know, what good does a blank do us right now regardless? Please don't be a blank shrine. You know, if we find a secret room, what can we find in it? If you go down the list, you know... Oh, crap. If you go down the list, there's, you know, not that many options that seem that useful. Like, for example, you can get keys. Okay, what do you use keys for? Good point. Okay, you get a chest. What do you get inside of a chest? Oh, that's right, absolutely nothing. Might as well get junk. Just in case we can actually... not necessarily get Sir Junkin. That seems like a little bit of a pipe dream. But, you know, we could use this to feed the serpent or something if we make it down there. And feed the serpent is not a Borat-esque euphemism for adult fluid transfer. If you want to use it like that, I can't stop you. Okay, I have to think. So the pig is hilarious, but not necessarily that useful. Yari Launcher is very good. Blood Brooch heals you, but we might not need it. I need to look up Green Guanstone. Obviously, we're not going to take lowercase r. It's just horrible. Green Guanstone is a passive 20% chance to heal the player upon taking damage, and it's an orbital. I do think we're kind of in this position right now where we don't really need another gun. You know, we mostly just need ammo for compressed air can. So I think, I think I would rather have a Guanstone that gives us a chance to heal over one red heart. Or the Yari Launcher. But I think that, you know, and this is what's really fun about rainbow runs. Your mileage may vary. I'm not even saying I made the right decision. But if what I did ends up being the right decision for me, definitely does not make it the right decision overall. You know, it's like the NHL draft. Oh, sure, maybe we shouldn't have taken Oli Uelevi with the 5th pick back in 2017. 2006, sorry, it's all blurring together, but he hasn't made it into the NHL yet, and, you know, some of the other defensemen taken around the same time as him have become impact players. Yeah, well, you know, you raise a very good point, actually, in hindsight. Never mind. The thought has crossed the fans' minds, for sure. Did you guys just chill out for a freaking second? This is bad. So, I will say, even though I said we don't need another gun, obviously that's not true. Okay. Come on now. Obviously that's not true. We do need another gun, but it doesn't have to be, like, all the guns that were there, like the Yari Launcher, and, I mean, lowercase r was irrelevant. Shot bow maybe could have fit the bill, but I just don't like shot bow that much. We need room clearers. They were all boss killers, I think. Again, with the exception of maybe the shot bow. But I don't want a, you know, we have the opportunity to wait because we would expect, given that it's a rainbow run, we really only want to take an item if it seems like it's a pretty marked improvement. You don't want to have to compromise. I mean, you got like 8 items showing up. So I'm taking best item available. Well, I don't know, maybe green guanstone wouldn't qualify, but I think it qualifies, okay? But a second gun is probably my next priority. I don't want to purchase a key. I will need a key at some point. You're not dead. Okay, thank you. I need a key in order to go to the rat floor, where, again, I can't even remember on a rainbow run if we can even get the items from the rat floor, but I'm just so hopelessly addicted to Punch-Out, I guess, that I'll sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to get there. No, not today. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we do need a key to get to the rat floor. However, if we buy a key now, we might not be able to afford entry to the rat floor. So, you know, even though keys are as cheap as they'll ever be, or cheaper than they'll ever be again, if we don't have the money, you know, it kind of precludes the current price of them. Oh, we're going. No paralysis through analysis. Did you guys see that Aladdin passed Independence Day as Will Smith's highest grossing film? There's a lot to talk about there. You might be like, that sucks. Aladdin seems like it's garbage. Yeah, let me hit you with another Galaxy Brain take. Independence Day is also pretty bad. I know. To be honest, I actually think there's like an American bias towards Independence Day, and I completely understand it. Whenever, you know, Josh tells me he really likes the movie Independence Day, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it would stir me in the same way it stirs you if it was about my country. But I'm from, anytime there's like an alien invasion movie like that, it's like 99.5% focused on America. And then when, like, the spaceship explodes, or when you see the asteroid divert around the Earth, Canada, at best, is one of those countries they show a montage of at the end where everybody's, like, hugging their family next to the, you know, next to the Parliament buildings or the Eiffel Tower or the freaking Sphinx or something ridiculous. And then they're going, like, they're throwing their hands up and going, yeah! America did it! So maybe that's why Independence Day doesn't strike me that much. But I was more surprised, to be honest, that Independence Day, despite coming out in like 1995, was still Will Smith's highest grossing movie at the box office. Well, NL, would you expect would beat it? Men in Black was huge. And in fact, I guess, you know, Men in Black was obviously great, but I feel like it kind of, for a lot of people, came out of nowhere. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Men in Black 2, because, you know, the way it usually happens is like Pirates of the Caribbean style. The first movie comes out of nowhere and people go, well, this is really good. The second movie has like a record-breaking opening week at the box office, and then falls 70% in its second week en route to making like a disappointing amount of money. Or sometimes, like The Hangover 2, it inexplicably becomes like one of the highest grossing films of the year, despite being like really, really bad. Anyway, there's no accounting for taste, you know what I mean? That's fine. Keep it moving. I was surprised, I mean, I'm not surprised to see that Aladdin passed it, because the Disney stuff, it just prints money. I mean, I'm gonna go see it. I'm probably gonna go see it today. Why am I gonna go see it? I'm gonna go see it because you wouldn't. It's called marital diplomacy, sweetheart. Look it up. When my parents were here, I was like, Kate, do you want to see a movie? And she's like, yeah, what should we see? And I was like, we should see this good-natured, sweet, but also with a little bit of an edge, coming-of-age comedy called Booksmart that's very critically acclaimed. And she was like, you know, it doesn't seem like my cup of tea, but you know, I'll give you a pass on this one. I saw it, I loved it, parents liked it, Kate thought it was okay. Now I owe her a diplomatic bargaining chip. People, and I'm being like at least 50% facetious when I say that. I don't know, I feel like, because this is my demo, okay? Don't take this the wrong way. It's coming from a place of love. Young, unmarried men oftentimes have trouble with the idea of compromise. Now, I don't know how many of these are real, but, like, I see it all the time. There's this Twitter account that chronicles the worst posts or the most troubling posts in, like, r/relationships. And it's all, like, not 100% of the time, but a lot of the posts are like, hey, I want my, greasy boyfriend to start taking a shower once every 2 days instead of once a week. But he refuses. What do I do? Am I being a bitch? And then, thankfully, everybody's like, no, you're not being a bitch. It's rife with stuff. I can't do that yet. With, like, my boyfriend said I'm compromising his personal autonomy and blah, blah, blah. But take it from me, by the way. Sometimes, you get backseated a couple of times in real life, and you go, I lived on this planet for 30 years. I got it all under control. You got to choose your battles, is what I'm trying to say. But, a healthy compromise is important. For many reasons. One reason is just that it's fair. If you pull a diplomatic veto card and you say, like, we're gonna do what I want to do today, you gotta pay it forward. If you don't pay it forward, well, that's just it's unfair. But a lot of people, at least the vibe I get from Twitch chat is that if you ever compromise, it's like, well, compromising means that at some point you're not gonna get what you want. So why would I ever do that? Well, I mean, to some extent, I guess you're right, but personally, I don't think that's how you should look at it. Now, am I looking forward to seeing Aladdin? Not necessarily. Am I looking forward to seeing The Lion King? I'm looking forward to The Lion King. Every time we use an active, I'm not taking the freaking clone, okay? Don't get yourself hyped up for that. We already have a great boss killer. This doesn't need to be gotten. This doesn't need to be gotten. We can get it for free. This, I don't even remember. I think it speeds up the more you shoot it. Poison bullets, I don't think are bad, but I don't think they're necessary. Every time we use an active, we would use a blank. It's extremely good. If we can get an active we can use on command, but we don't have that yet. I think I'm just gonna go for the Tetris gun. It has a synergy, which I hadn't considered. Whenever the player shoots, green Guanstone will occasionally shoot an S Tetronimo. Yo. Now, this is our room clearer. Again, this is one, I didn't take best item available here, in my opinion. I compromised. But I think I did it with good reason. Now we have what I would consider to be a pretty solid room clearer. I will very much try not to take HP from the... How are you not dead? I'll try not to take HP from the rainbow rooms. Because why would you? That's like one of the only opportunities for you to get other items for free over the course of the run is HP from flawlesses, so... My concern, and the reason I thought a room clearer was so important, was like... I don't want to lose HP by using my crappy starting pistol forever. So I'm trying to think of what we could use next. Obviously, like... The other route, the other line that I saw there was like, if we can get blank Companion's Ring, and then maybe on the next floor... Shouldn't be here, yep. Maybe on the next floor, pick up a reusable active, but it's kind of, you're betting on one of those being available, which is not necessarily unlikely. To be honest, I don't know the odds. They might be close to a certainty, but I don't know if we've even had an active item show up yet. So So I'm kind of just taking what I can take right now. It's a lot like Slay the Spire, to be honest. God rest it. We have to take specifically stuff that allows us to get past one important hump in the game. You know? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You didn't get it. You missed your chance. You know, we need to take stuff that can get us past the rat floor. How does the Tetris gun get us past the rat floor? Hopefully we have more HP when we go down to the rat floor as a result of not taking so much damage on the floor by being a big dummy and using our starting pistol all the time. That's my dream. Whether or not it will manifest, I don't know. Okay, so we purchased the nod key. 3 blanks. I'm close to full ammo on compressed air canister, I think. We got a good thing going. Anyway, I'm just saying, you know, you gotta give people what they want sometimes in order to get what you want sometimes. It's not a cynical way to look at life. In fact, that's the opposite of a cynical way to look at life. The cynical way to look at life is like, I'm gonna read How to Win Friends and Influence People so I can always get my way, but make people think that it's their way as well. You know, that's way too complicated for me. That's a lot of work. You know, I don't want to do that on my day off. Rather just go see a movie that has, you know, still a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not Booksmart, which is at 97, just saying, but... I just don't want the lasting... And it's not up to me, you know, it's up to all of us. Maybe this is what you want, but I don't want the lasting image of my generation to be, you know, a 30-year-old man with a beard vaping outside of a store that his wife wanted to go into, but he was not comfortable going into. That's what because I see it. I concoct that scenario in my head every time I see it. That might not even be the case. Maybe he's not allowed in the store because he vaped in the store recently or something, but I just think that we can do better, but maybe I'm a boomer. I don't know. Help. Got him? Right, did you see that? Caught him right on the final segment of the tail. For quintuple bonus damage. Okay. So everything pretty much going according to plan. I do have a modest concern. My modest... Actually, you know what? I don't have a modest concern. I'll still... Because these episodes are long, I'm going to still say what I was going to say, because otherwise we might risk having 15 seconds of dead air. What I was thinking I might be concerned about is, do we have enough ammo via the, well, enough ammo specifically, I should say, for the compressed air tank, even if it's at full ammo, to beat the rat, both phases? I think the answer is maybe. But really, I think the Tetris gun is a pretty okay backup boss killer. I don't want to have to use it, but I think, you know, these are kind of special circumstances. And if push comes to shove, I don't think we're, like, completely screwed. Might not be the ideal approach, but I think we're probably fine. Sorted. 45 casings. Hold on. We don't really... I mean, there's no situation, I think, over the course of the rest of this run where we need another key, so I think I'll just go down. Did we shoot the other... We did not shoot the other chest. That's the last thing on the list here. Because, you know, the junk, it is free items for the serpent. We're free. Okay, okay. Look for the rat room. And we were looking for an active item. I'll tell you, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. It's like, good, not sure, very good, not sure, very good, probably pretty bad, pretty good. But I think out of all this, there's one of two things that synergizes best for this run. One is ammo synthesizer, one is snow ballots. I think I'm gonna go snow ballots, but ammo synthesizer was pretty close. The reason... Oh, dude, this is why I love a rainbow run is like... You know how other YouTubers, you know... Hey, how do you feel about matter? Let me know in the comments below. I don't even have to do that in these videos, because people... It's just gonna generate conversation by itself. Oops. Because of the fact that, you know, there's so many tough choices to make. Thing is, the guns are also great, but we already have them, you know? If you've already got, you know, a first-line center, you know, is that who you take when you got the number 3 draft pick? Maybe you wouldn't go off the board a little bit, take a, you know, a mobile puck-moving defenseman instead, even though, you know, Craig Pronman ranked him as, you know, being 8th or 9th in the preseason rankings. You know, just a relatable analogy to the NHL draft. Everybody's aware of it. Uh-oh. You get what I mean? So it really comes down to what's better, you know, ammo synthesizer or snow ballots. And the answer is I have no idea. But I think slowing enemies, although I don't know if I've witnessed it happening even one time so far. Oh, my bad. In principle, that was real bad. In principle, slowing enemies is extremely great for us. Ammo synthesizer is also, I mean, ammo's of course incredibly useful. However, if we're already, you know, getting enough ammo on the regular to use everything, then ammo synthesizer, to say it is useless is probably not fair, but its use is heavily diminished. Got him. Okay, now remember, you probably should not use blanks on this floor, which will make it tough for us to flawless the boss, but compressed air can is also very good. Nothing is for sale there. I do have an anecdote. My dad, if you'll allow me, I should say I have an anecdote. Is that okay? My dad, he likes to shoot pool. It's a familial thing, you know, billiards. His dad, aka my grandfather, you know, it didn't necessarily, he and I didn't have a ton of common ground, but we both played chess and we both played pool. I played a decent chunk of pool growing up, and you know, it's been passed on in the family, basically. So we were at a pool hall yesterday, which I was surprised to find existed in, you know, Vancouver, because I was like, this seems like the most, you know, it's like $10 an hour to play pool, and your lease has got to be like, you know, $75,000 a month for the real estate required to play. But anyway, that's not the point. They were playing music at this pool hall, without my permission, I might add, but that's okay. And, you know, Across the Universe by the Beatles came on. It's John Lennon. Something, 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 paper cup. You know the one. And my dad, without missing a beat and with no sense of irony whatsoever, looked at me and said, hey, you know, he's playing in our hometown in a couple months. And I said, John Lennon? And he said, what? No. Rufus Wainwright. And I didn't speak of it again. But I just thought it was a great moment. I mean, this is the rat room, by the way. Look, I didn't finesse the punchline on that one, but you get the general gist of why that's funny. I hope. I'm assuming that at some point Rufus Wainwright has done an Across the Universe cover. And for that, apparently, I can never forgive him. Because he is confused my poor family. He's tricked them into thinking he's the Beatles. It's the plot of the 2019 film Yesterday. So we got an issue here. Now, this issue has me thinking two things. One thing is, man, I really should have taken ammo synthesizer. The other thing it's got me thinking is, man, I really should have taken a gun. But all we need, and we're gonna get it, all we need is pink ammo. And then all of our troubles are for naught. This is shaping up to be a pretty long one, though. I'll level with you there. And that's why, you know, when we challenge ourselves with something like this and the run becomes a little long, that's why I like having the skills to be maybe a little bit better at Punch-Out, so that I feel like we can actually skip the 4th floor. It's almost as if pretty much everything in this game was designed for a reason. Who would have thought? This is actually a bit of a dangerous situation. We only have 30 shots. That should be enough, but we can't use any blanks, or at least should not use any blanks. Also, can we talk about this snow ballots situation? I feel like it might have a subtle effect, but one of the most subtle effects of all is no effect whatsoever. And I'm worried that's what's happening. That was an insanely easy flawless, though. Why was I was like, man, I can't wait to see what item we get. Alright, so... Wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, we should be able to get an item from Map Lord, because he doesn't give us a chest, he just pops it straight into our inventory. Cheat the system. Nope. Does he tell me what we got? What we would have gotten? Nope, he does not. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We spent a key. What are we gonna use the key for anyway? Nothing. Plus we get a bunch after the rat floor. Excuse me, my good friend. You are selling ammo for 36? Greatest deal of my life. I took ammo for compressed air tank, because I think we could just use compressed air tank. And then get red ammo for that. Or sorry, pink ammo for... Green ammo for this, and pink ammo for the Tetris gun. I wonder, do we get... I think we don't get a rainbow chest when we come down here? If we do, a third gun might be useful, but I might just take, like, best gun available. But we do get one. I love my little skeleton friend. But, dude, I mean, out of all these, I think there's a lot of good stuff, including the Stardew Valley watering can. Little skeleton friend is like my little Tomo following me around. Ammo synthesizer, but better than ammo synthesizer is Holy Grail, which is just, like, unbelievably good. So every time we get hit, we now will have a 20% chance to heal. And also, half of the ammo for each of our guns will be returned to us. Well, that was easy. So we should never run out of ammo ever again. He's gotta go, dude. Easy room. I don't know, HP could still realistically be a bit of a conundrum, I think. But for now, I think we got very little to worry about, of course. This was right. I moved to the right here, correct? Is that correct? That's gotta be correct, dude. In which case, yo, We'll go up. Wow. Turns out I've very much disrespected this gun, even when I was respecting it. It is... I think the only reason it didn't look great against the first boss was because the first boss doesn't have that much HP to lose. Now that we're fighting enemies that have HP to lose, we really see the true power. So that was, like, absurdly easy. I don't foresee this being an issue, to be honest. We played pretty well on this run. Mostly, I mean, we gotta owe a great debt of gratitude to the existence, without a doubt. Oh, the shark gets larger the more it swims. I know this is where you go, how did he not realize that earlier? Look, I'm not a Gungeon scholar, okay? I mostly just try to dodge the red triangles here. I'm trying. I'm getting a lot better at phase 1. That's, like, undeniable. I was worried about running out of ammo. Oh. All we gotta do now. I mean, this part, we're pretty much set. Just make sure you're focusing on your dang old punch-out strats. 6 keys does seem unlikely. Oh, careful. Some of these explode, too. Ah! My completely unofficial but assumed flawless is now gone. But 5 keys is, like, is highly doable. I'm gonna stay right about here. As Dan would say, you want to stay in the pocket? Dude, honestly, the fire is... The more I do this fight, the more I'm like, the fire is the actually annoying part. Just clogging up the scenery so you can't make your dodges as appropriately as you would otherwise like to. Do we have to, though? Like, I mean... I feel like, you know, I'm relatively content with where we stand right now, but... I mean, like, mathematically, just run the numbers here, Rat Lord. Neon Genesis, Ivan Rodentia. You're done. Mathematically speaking, no parameters exist here that allow you to come back from this. Just give it up. If you surrender, perhaps I will show mercy. Okay, get him close, but be ready. Come on. Do it again. You won't. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. That's the wrong move. Do it again. Okay, do it again, though. Alright, here you go. Here you go. Hit me with some cheese, dude. I'm ready. We got the keys we wanted there. It did cost us more HP than usual. In order to get 6 keys, we're going to have to learn how to counter that. Okay, it's good stuff. Stay fresh. This is definitely like a 5-key run right now. Plenty of time and nothing to worry about. Don't screw it up, just wait. I think that's a 5-key run. Austin was totally right, dude. Phase 1 is the toughest phase. He only has 1 counterable attack. And it's harder to... Well, I mean, he still telegraphs it. I'm mostly just bad, but... We actually get some items. It's a real change of pace for me. So now, like... Oh, a speed upgrade. Thank you. We're very, very set, obviously. We have a lot of guns. We actually have an active item. That's a good point. Hadn't considered that. Are these gonna have anything in them? No. Alright. Are any of you mimics, perchance? No. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use 2 keys. And we're gonna drop junk. And we're gonna drop junk. We're gonna drop junk. We're gonna drop a Guanstone, aka junk. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop junk. Junk. He's so lazy, dude. Junk. Guan. And we're definitely gonna skip to the 5th floor. Because we are, like, completely set. Trying to think, what is this? Crescent crossbow? I think it's like a shotgun crossbow. It charges? I don't know, it's been a while. Hold on, we even have a rainbow chest I totally forgot about. It's a little late for spice, I think. I mean, duct tape is the funniest item for sure. Like, why not take duct tape? I'm just trying to think of what we would even want to merge. Hey, like, maybe Tetris gun compressed air can, honestly. I don't really like the drill gun that much. Sorry, the Wint gun. I guess we'll have lost... no, it's still there, okay. So this... and this. I'm gonna save it for just a little bit here. I mean, obviously we should test it, but there's a little something called a cliffhanger. It's very popular in the entertainment business, and that's my business. What the heck am I gonna do with the jetpack, dude? So what I'm thinking... By the way, this is not how we should use the Frost Giant, which is actually like a pretty... It's a slapper of a boss killer, I think, because of the DPS output. Let's try the Crescent Crossbow out real quick. Hello? Hello? First dead end, very easy. It does charge. You know, when I was saying this stuff, I was like, dude, there's no way all of these can be true. Oh yeah, it's a shotgun crossbow that bounces and charges. Yeah, what is it also? Is it a slice of dice make julienne fries? Is it gonna make America skinny again, one slap at a time? It's pretty good. Turns out it does do all those things, though. I don't necessarily think it's great, but for a free gun, very few complaints. Oh, there's still a creature down there. Oh, dude, and another boss fight? It actually makes no sense for us to do it, except for, like, there's a couple of reasons. One is, it's probably the critical path to get to the boss anyway. Hey, that's unfair. The other is, get an opportunity to check out this dang old Tetris shark gun. Tetris shark. Great move. Maybe a good opportunity to use your jetpack. Great move. Maybe a good opportunity to use your jetpack is the thing. I gotta level with you. It definitely seems like a situation where I have made the shark gun substantially worse. But the ammo will definitely appear to go much further. Don't send the ammo over the edge, you madman. I guess I didn't realize you could just keep the jetpack on at all times. It does preclude you from rolling, but it's not that bad. We're on the boss fight? Excuse me? Alright. Well, dude, let's freaking do it. I still think we'll just handle this in, like, the most obvious way. Which is that we'll just shoot our gun and not worry too much about the fact... That was just horrible. Not worry too much about the fact that, like, You know, if we reloaded it faster, we could get more sharks out quickly. It is going to be much slower DPS, but it's still, I mean, based on the way it's going so far, it's not that bad. I think what I'm realizing is it's almost always, maybe, I mean, this might be a little bit too much of a truism, but I think it's almost always going to be better to merge two guns that have similar parameters. You know, two charge guns with similar ammo amounts, two rapid-fire, like, automatic weapons. Seems like that would, in most circumstances, non-destructively have them interact. Because this is, unimpressive is a very good way to describe the situation you're seeing right here. I don't think we necessarily have a big risk of death. Excuse me, sir. What I will say is I think actually we might be better off using the Frost Giant. I knew I was... My brain ran like 47,000 calculations to try to figure out if there was any way we don't take damage there. Ah! I can't shoot here. I'm supposed to be fast. Okay, this is not working. We learned a valuable lesson. Please shoot. Please shoot the skull. Okay, that's one way to do it. Pretty solid recovery, if I do say so myself. Now, why didn't I shoot during that? Cause I got scared, dude. No, I was so close to greatness, too. It's gonna be close. It's still gonna be close. Don't let that get you twisted up. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think we're screwed, dude. What are you doing? Please, wind gun. Are you capable? Brain is just absolutely overheating. Great shot. I mean, what can I say? After all that, it's gonna fall apart right here. Just... I was gonna say, if you're gonna go out, just don't go out like that. But I think we had a good run nonetheless. Turns out one extra floor might have actually saved us there. Instead, I look like a fool, but it was a fun run nonetheless. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!